right now?
Okay, well, the situation in Fallujah was on the first siege, it was terrible, many war crimes that happened over there. For example, I was in one of the ambulances which was shot by the American over there, and fortunately we did survive because of that. The situation in Fallujah on the second siege, it was completely different if we compare it with the first siege, because the Americans were surround the city, and plus they were surround the whole area. That means the villages nearby Fallujah as well, and they didn't let anybody go inside and or go outside after the siege started. And as the people that I've seen inside the city, because I was able to enter the city as a humanitarian worker of an NGO, and as the peoples that I've seen, they told me that the Americans were shot everything which is moving in the street, no matter if it is a human being or animal or something like that. And as they describe the sort of the bombs that they use, which is we don't doubt it was a chemical or illegal weapons that they use. They describe it for me it was a smell like, some of them said it smelled like apple, and they said that it wasn't even, it was very hard for us to breathe that day, unless it was after they bombed us by this bomb. It was a heavy wind, it was a windy day, and after this wind it was raining. After the raining we could breathe. Eyewitnesses that I did help, they told me, they said, well, they did use different type of bombs, but because of the people over there, they are very simple, so they can't recognize which sort of bomb is this or which sort of bomb are that. But yeah, on the last few days of the siege, as these people, they told me, I didn't see by my own eyes, they said that the Americans were bring big tanker of water, and they were cleaning the streets, and they were even removing the the ground or the soil. So this is one of the proof that they they notice about this. Some of the water tankers which is on the houses, on the roof, most of them were shot by bullets by the Americans, because as we think they don't want even the people get a sample of this water and make a test. Mm-hmm. Other thing that yeah, it was terrible. I mean, Fallujah second siege, it was terrible. I mean, I had never ever seen something like that in my life. I was in many places where there's a conflict, and I mean, I was, as I told you, in the first siege as well. I was in Samara, but something like what happened in Fallujah on the second siege, it was terrible. The snipers shot each single thing that's moving, if they see it, even the dogs or the cats. Other person that I met with, who was one of these persons who entered with the American, he's from Fallujah. It was a group of people who entered with the Iraqi Red Crescent to collect some or to remove some dead bodies. But of course, the Americans were with them, and they didn't allow them to remove all the dead bodies that they've seen. So they were choosing for them a specific dead bodies. So it was some dead bodies with the signs of a abnormal signs of full by mysterious reasons of the death, mm-hmm. that they didn't want them even to remove or to pick it up. It was it was published on DAR website, that these pictures. some of these pictures that we already noticed, like, you know, it was some signs, like, you know, one of the doctors that I asked him about, we were suspicious about some signs of chemical weapons. And yeah, you did ask about the napalm. The napalm, like, you know, me myself, I don't know, like, you know, I'm not military guy, or I'm not, like, you know, a doctor, then I can recognize this is a sign of napalm, or when I hear the people talking about it, I can tell you, yeah, this is for sure. But as the doctor who was with me and the person that we met, when he said, like, you know, it was sort of bomb that you can't, like, you know, when the person got burnt because of it, you can't put off the fire by, like, you know, water, or, like, you know, by blanket or something like that, unless, like, you know, you grab some sand and put it off. So, and because of that, the doctor who was with me said this is the napalm.